What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Eve here, live from the kitchen. Man, it's Monday the 16th and the 17th? I don't think, let me look at this. I don't think it's the 17th, babe. Is it? You sure? It's the 17th. Y'all know I don't be knowing what day it is, what blog I'm on, none of that. But look, you'll see it. So anyway, it's getting real here today, family. We've been here for 2 weeks. Got 2 weeks left in our first month. In this first 30 days, a lot is up in the air right now, and a lot is becoming very regular in terms of the things that we have to get done. So the boy starts school today. We enrolled him in Primavera Online High School back in Arizona. Before we left, I wanted to make sure that I knew, kind of like what platform he was going to be on and everything. They do have online school down here as well, but it is new to them, and so I didn't really want to be like a guinea pig in that process. So he actually did Primavera for the first semester of his 8th grade year last year, and he did Connections Academy for 7th grade. So we're familiar with the Primavera platform. He preferred Primavera to Connections, so we just went ahead and got him connected with Primavera High School now, which I really like because he's only going to have to take 2 classes every 6 weeks. So that is a lot better for him in terms of pacing. When it comes to this homeschool situation, there is no one size fits all. We've been doing this for 5 years, and we've kind of come to understand like what works for our kid. And 6 classes a day, 6 lessons a day online did not work for him. It did not work for him at all. He was consistently spending too much time on each lesson and therefore falling behind in the other lessons. His grades in each lesson were good. He was getting A's and B's on everything that he turned in. However, because he was not doing it in the time period that they thought that he should be doing it, he ended up falling behind. In which case, at the end of the year, he ended up not completing all of the lessons, and he had zeros for the ones that he didn't complete. So even though he was an A-B student, he ended up with C's and D's for the year. That was with Connections. It was a mess. Like, it was very discouraging for him to see those C's and D's, knowing good and well he was trying his best and he was getting A's and B's on all his lessons. So it really demotivated him. So then when we turned around to do 8th grade in Primavera, it was just a struggle. The whole thing was a struggle. So he ended up going into regular public middle school from December to March until COVID was like, you tried it. School's closed. And then, yeah, he'd been out of school for 6 months. So it's going to be interesting to see, his transition back into an online environment. He's starting at day 1 instead of last year. He kind of came in late into the semester, so he had to play catch up. It was a wreck. So he's coming in on day 1. He only has 2 classes to do. So we're only going to be doing school for 2 hours a day, which I definitely prefer. That 6 hour a day thing to me is too much. As a homeschool mom, we've never done 6 hours a day. The most we've done is, 4 hours, babe? When I used to just teach you myself, we would do maybe 4 hours. The most we do is maybe 4 hours. And it'll maybe last a total of 6 hours because we take breaks in between. We take a snack. Sometimes he needed to go shoot a couple hoops real quick. Like, he's a boy. He was active. So just sitting there for 6 hours was not going to keep his attention at all, and he wasn't going to do well in his classes. So we definitely had to be very flexible in how we did that. So he is starting today. First day of 9th grade. Oh, you a high schooler, babe. Babe, you a high schooler. He's looking at me like, whatever, lady. I'm sorry, y'all. I get hyped. If I could have a job, like if there was a job that I could get paid for to like literally just be a hype man, That would be bomb for me. Like I am all about, yes, girl. Oh my gosh, you know, queen, I see you. You know, that's me. So, baby, you in high school. Oh, you in ninth grade. Hey, hey. I'm embarrassing the hell out of him, but I love that. You know what I'm saying? I tell him all the time, I birthed you. I spent 11 hours in pain to bring you into this world. I can at least take joy in embarrassing you.
I didn't ask for this.
I know you didn't ask for this, but you gonna get it anyway. So school is today. That's number one. I got to do a couple other things today. I've been going back and forth with Nick, really kind of trying to talk through what we're gonna do for this next 30 days. Am I coming back to the mainland to get my credit cards, help him with the shipping logistics, blah blah blah, finish up my trailer? I left the trailer there, y'all. I put some people in charge of it though. I got a guy who's gonna be doing flooring. He'll be doing that on Saturday, putting the flooring in. And then I'm looking for a guy right now, or a person. Doesn't have to be a guy, could be a lady. Anyway, looking for someone to do our plumbing in there. We have to put it in the shower. And those are things that I couldn't do anyway, so me staying there to complete them would have been a moot point, honestly. So I gotta go ahead and get somebody to do those things and keep the trailer moving along. But I was debating whether or not I should go home to oversee it and supervise it, because in the big scheme of things, sorry, I'm making my tea. Gotta have my breakfast tea. In the big scheme of things, Nick really doesn't have the time to manage that process. He actually, what am I doing? Oh, sorry. Oh, that's how you take screenshot. Child, I was trying to turn the volume up and it kept flickering on the screen. I'm like, oh, I'm taking pictures. Well, now I know. Oh, are you doing your video lesson, babe? Am I too loud? Oh, okay. You good? You doing math or you doing web design? Okay, he doing his math, child, and that's a little bit of a struggle for him. So let me tone it down. Anyway, wasn't sure if I should go home and manage that process, because Nick actually works during the day. He has a regular 9 to 5, and then on top of that, on Saturdays, he goes up to the store. He goes up to the Strongbow store, and he's working in there, you know, slanging hats all Saturday, you know, and throughout the week, he's meeting with his team and they're going over things and doing P&Ls and, you know, for the hat store and ordering things and all these things. They're building out the second section of the hat store right now, which is a blessing. They've only been in the hat store in their physical location for 2 weeks, and they're already outgrown the space. So they had to get the space next to it, the suite next to it, and knock down a wall so that they can, or put in a door. I think they're going to put in a door or archway so they can create a secondary side of the space that's like the luxury side. Like, all right, you came into the hat store and that was great. It's nice in here, but over here, that's where that fire. You want to come see that fire? So they're doing a limited edition side of the hat store for the more expensive, more luxury, you know, $200, $300, $400 hats for people who love hats like that. So he really doesn't have the time, really, or the resources or the mental capacity, not in terms of him being dumb. When I say mental capacity, I mean bandwidth, not intelligence. He doesn't have the capacity to really manage this shipping process. So I'm doing it from here, but I'm trying to decide whether or not logistically it would be better for me to just fly back and just do it from there. I talked to him last night, and he's like, you know, Nick is ultra supportive of anything that I want to do, almost to a fault. He's like, babe, whatever you want to do, however you feel comfortable, like, that's what I want you to do. I'm like, but what you think I should do? I need a little guidance. I mean, I'm a strong boss babe, okay? But I appreciate my king coming in every now and then and be like, babe, this is what we should do. I'd be like, okay, daddy, I think that's a great idea. But because he knows I'm so strong and independent and visionary and this, that, and the other, he just leaves me to my own device, and he's like, babe, whatever you think is a good idea, like, we can do that. And I'm like, thanks, maybe. So I don't know. He's like, I don't have to come home. because he knows that there's some issues with that, right? So the third thing is there's a stay-at-home order that went into effect today. The Caucasians, the maskless Caucasians, went into St. Thomas on vacay, and basically now St. Thomas has had a huge spike, like a 40% spike in their COVID cases. And I'm not saying this to be racist about the Caucasians. I am saying this as a fact. Because St. Croix has a very small Caucasian population. Like it's like 90% black here, and like I'm gonna say 85% black and like 10% Hispanic, and then like the other 5% is Caucasian. So it's a very small portion of the population, whereas St. Thomas has a lot more Caucasian vacationers than St. Croix does. And as a result of that, they're seeing a spike in their cases, and so now we are back on stay-at-home orders. And Nick, when he flew out of St. Thomas, he let me know. He's like, babe, they ain't wearing no masks. I was like, well, what's going on? He's like, they're not social distancing. The airport is full. They ain't wearing no masks. They hopping out of the airport, no mask. They hopping out of cars, no mask. They hopping out of the cabs with no mask. They walking around. I said, all right. So it is the behavior of the vacationers that is, to a degree, increasing those numbers. I'm not going to blame it all on y'all, but let's be clear. Y'all are causing an issue for St. Thomas. So because St. Thomas and the Caucasian vacationers that have gone there have increased the numbers, now all three of us, St. Thomas, St. John, and St. Croix, are all on punishment. St. Croix, on the other hand, numbers have gone down. We're down 80%. So I think the number now, when I saw a graph, was like 20. If I can find that graph again, I'll post it beside this commentary. I want to say the number is down to like 20 cases of COVID. But because the governor is over all three of the islands, we got to go on punishment too. So now I got to figure out what that's going to look like for me. He has canceled or prohibited any new Airbnb accommodations. So I don't know if that means that I won't be able to extend my accommodation here. I'm here until September the 6th right now, and this order goes into effect until the 31st, technically, but it could be extended. So I don't know if that means that in September I'll have to go back. That's something that we're working through. I don't know. We're looking also now into apartments, just in case. So I have an appointment today to go and see a house. A 4-bedroom house, which is in our price range. It's about the same amount that we paid back in Maricopa, which, let's be clear, out here that is like unheard of. So this has to be the hand of the Lord alone. Child, out here they paying like $2,000 a month for a 1-bedroom. And this joint is a 4-bedroom, and it's like $1,600. I'm like, so can I come today? So they said that I can come over today and I can view it. So I'm going to go and see that at 2 o'clock. And if all looks good with it, I may just do that, because then that'll allow me to stay and not have to worry about the Airbnb situation. My biggest concern is that if I leave because of all this, you know, no tourism, we shut down, blah, 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 blah. If I don't have documents showing that I live here, I might not be able to come back for a while. And since we're in the process of buying our land right now and our closing isn't until November, I don't want to get stuck out until then. I'm trying to get my stuff shipped down before then, so that when we close on our land, we'll already be here. Hopefully we'll be in a house or an apartment or something, and then we can just you know, start supervising our build. I don't want to get stuck out. I don't know. So we'll see. So those are the considerations right now. I'm also thinking about how I'm going to, if I do get an apartment, how am I going to furnish it? Do I want to spend all that money on furnishing a place? I guess ultimately I do, because we ended up selling all of our furniture at the house, selling or giving away all of our furniture at the house. The only things that we packed up were our personal items, which that's still a whole storage unit. Still a whole storage unit full of boxes and totes. I kept my Papa's on chair. That was it, because that was a birthday present from me to me. So I kept that. But other than that, we didn't keep any furniture. So I guess I do need to go ahead and just get furniture. And then whatever furniture I get here, we'll just put it in storage if I have to go. Or if I get a house, then we can keep it in the house until we build our new house. And then I could just move it. So those are the considerations. It's getting real here, family. But hey, this is that expat life. So thank you for sharing with my thoughts today. Any comments that you have regarding that? If you know of someone who's made this move before and they got some resources, some expertise or something, please drop it in the comments. Also, one of my homegirls jumped on my post and was like, yeah, I'm gonna add you to some of these St Croix groups on Facebook, because I travel to St Croix quite often. I got some friends. I was like, please introduce me to some friends. I need friend referrals. I need referrals of good friends. It be lonelies. It's lonelies. So those are my things for today. Thank you for sharing this journey with me, y'all. Check on me tomorrow, okay, as we continue this 30-day blog. Like, subscribe, and share to your other folk who are thinking about doing a Blaxit 2020 or 2021, because honestly 2020 has been a whore. So maybe just move on to 2021, start fresh. See y'all later.